before I started streaming, but hey, we're not here to be professional, now are we? Think I got all the lights on? Oh, I didn't close the door. Yeah, hopefully it'll be alright. But anyways, hopefully we'll get some people in here not too long. Just heard I think the notifications went off. So anyways, for other people, listen up, Rangers, welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve. Close the door. Fine, I'll go close it, because I know if the thing turns on, then tend to have some, might be a little louder. Because, like, right where my office is, there's the heater, and it blows, like, right in. So it keeps my office warm, but when I close the door, that's freezing balls in here, because it's in a basement, and the insulation down here is not very good. But hey, Jason, hey, Apex, hey, Spino. Hope you guys are having a fantastic evening. Mine's doing pretty good, because we got the Yugioh Blue Eyes White Dragon in. Super excited for this, because it looks super sweet. Hopefully it's good. It's the first one of their Yu-Gi-Oh figures. I stopped smacking the table. The Monster Hunter figures turned out pretty sweet, I think. But the problem is for me, and I stopped collecting them because, well, I kind of like the games. And I thought the monsters were cool, but I never really got like super into the games, so it just felt kind of weird. This one I got from Ami. So that's why I got mine in so fast, because mine's imported. Should be showing up here in the next, like, I'd say like a couple weeks for a lot of places around here. If you guys would like to get one for yourself, link in the description. Well, Entertainment Earth, anyways. You'll find it in some of the other videos we do. If you guys want to help support the channel, get yourself a cool collectible. I do think they had it on pre-order for there. And you get free shipping. I had to pay for shipping. But I think, like, all in all, it was like, I want to say just like a little over $100 it cost me. Anyways, guess we're going to open it. Don't plan on streaming for too long because I got to work early. So we just got the one thing here. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh is my jam. It's more my wife's jam than myself. But I always liked the anime. I played the card game a bit. We still have a lot of the cards. And yeah, it's got a soft spot for me, especially the anime. Because we even have like the entire manga series upstairs. And we actually just recently got to plan on doing a video sometime in the near future. So here's the dual disc. Still wrapped. Found that at a local shop around here that does like pre-owned or like it's kind of like a resale shop, but it's like nerd culture resale shop. And they had two of them. I was trying to talk my wife into getting two of them so we could duel each other. See the back of the box? Yeah. You actually can see the figure and the little effects piece here too, which is sweet. Box is dope. It's got like the Egyptian writing on it, and the dragon actually stands out a lot better. What's your favorite food? Good question. I just like eating. So. Oh, no problem. Take your time on it. I just trying to get it done, so it's just done. Never White Eyes Blue Dragon? Good question. I do want to get 3. If this one's really good, I'm probably going to slowly try to get more and more of them whenever I got spare money. I'm trying to get a Kaiba. So if anybody watches this video knows anybody that has a Figma Kaiba that would like to get rid of it, please message me. Instagram is probably the best way to get a hold of me, or our Facebook, because I really want one to do photos with this. Because I have Yugi, but I don't have a Kaiba. I'm half tempted just to go get like the crappy figures that they sell at Target, just so I have something. It'll probably stand fell out. It'll probably still look fine from behind. Yeah, just random stream. I'm honestly just doing it from my phone. It doesn't lag on my phone, so you guys can actually see my face, so it's a little easier for me just to do it all willy-nilly like this. Yami Yugi, because it's the Figma. Also got the Dark Magician Girl. Like I said, I hope they do more of these, because they have the Red Eyes Black Dragon, which is cool. I hope they do Summon Skull or the Toon one. Toon ones would be kind of cool. But you get pretty basic stand. The dragon, I imported him, and I think he was just like it might have been 120 because I'm doing the pay in 4, and I want to say it was like 30, like around like $30 because the yen's pretty bad right now, which is kind of good for us. Resident Evil be sweets too for MonsterArts, because you can do like the MonsterArts for like the zombies and the whatever, the biomutants. It's got some weird stands. I know they talked about doing the was it Jurassic Park? That'd be cool. This is one giant beam effect. I love that it has like the little crackle around it. That's actually pretty sweet. There's even I'll get the dragon out of here. We'll get to him in just a second. There's even like extra little effects pieces, which look like they just kind of slot in. Let me try to move the lights a little bit. Well, they did Evangelion ones a long time ago, but they never actually did any. Like, they showed prototypes. Because there's like, the third angel, the fourth angel. And I want to say one other one, then they just never came out. Ham and Spino would be sweet, though. So, on the bottom here, some little pegs. Yeah, technically the Evas are robot spirits. But would be sweet. I'm trying to see, because they look like they have specific slots they want us to go into. Something fell down upstairs. Okay, so there's a triangle one, which I think is this one. Is there 2 triangle ones? No, that one's a slot. So that one goes in here. That one's kind of tight. Realizing I still have paint on my hands. It's painting a couple of Zillas. Yeah, kind of like sub-series would be sweet. Heck, I even take, like they're doing the vinyls for like the Pacific Rim Kaijus. I'd take angels like that. Just something in the same scale. Would be sweet. I don't know how this one's supposed to go in. It's weird shaped. And I don't think matches the part that I have here. Maybe that's what this one was. Half the stream's just gonna be me trying to figure out what part goes into where. Okay, so that was there. Okay, I just messed up. All right, that's fine. Oh, there we go. Okay. So here is its attack. I can't. You guys, anybody remember what the attack move was called? Revoltex are solid. I still have a couple of them. I have Unit 5. It's from the second movie, where it's kind of like the spider legs. I have that one. And the mass-produced Evas from End of Evangelion. Because it's the only real way to get either of them. Yeah, I would say they're not as good as the figure arts, but they're more inexpensive. And they still look good. It's just I think the figure arts are just like easily the best ones. Just blue beam. Trying to I thought Kaiba said something. I should look at the thing for the stand. Although I could probably just look at the back of the box and probably figure it out. Okay, so for the far one, the one in the front, this one's the front, so that's for the beam. So it's supposed to be kind of like this, and then your big stand goes on the back here. And these are for the wings. And then beam effect. I still think it's really odd that they include these little plastic pieces just to make it, to fill in the gap if you weren't using it. It's kind of strange. Because for the most part, I imagine if you're using the stand, you're going to use that. If you're not using the stand, it doesn't matter if it doesn't have the little holes in it. Right? Well, Ghidorah having that much? White lightning attack. Thank you, Aaron. Also, one of the pieces popped off this thing. Just now noticing. Was it this one? Ah, that's why I had an extra one, because a piece popped out. Learning things. It's got a peg hole on the bottom. That just goes into here. God, I wish the freaking Dragon Ball figures had effects this cool. Like, why can't I get a Goku charging up like a Kamehameha that looks like the Solid? I probably would still have him if you did. All right. Your time to shine, Mr. Blue Eyes. Yeah, I even like the Godzilla, because remember, he's cheaper than Godzilla -1. And it comes with a beam effect and stands. It's insane. Okay, I was gonna say mine's kind of got a loose jaw, but that seems fine. Yeah, I'd say the neck's really good on it. I don't know if I'd say significantly better. Although from what I've seen right now, because one benefit is it's a MonsterArts, but it's not all ball joints. Because pretty much the neck's ball joints is the jaw definitely has a ball joint in it, and the rest of it just feel like hinges. Because like the knee's a hinge joint, the foot, okay, the foot's a ball joint, so you get some play there. Claws are cool. The wings are separate sections. So you have the two connecting pieces, and then you got the smaller ones to kind of fill in the gaps. So you shift these around in order to get the wingspan bigger. What I really like is the blue's actually metallic. So it's got a bit of a shine to it, which is really nice looking. Like color-wise, it's pretty basic, but it's what it is. He's blue and he's white and he's a dragon. And that is what you get. Oh, the tail looks good too. All the little segments. Stops here. But tail posability seems really nice. You get the wingspan pretty far on this thing. I kind of wish he had some finger articulation. I know it's kind of asking quite a bit. Possibly some swap outable hands, because they're just so big that it almost kind of lends that you could possibly be able to do something. But pretty freaking sweet, I'm gonna say. God, there's already been such like good figures so far this year. Because I'm kind of sad because I still have this guy on the table, but it's just like I just got this one in. Super awesome. It was like 2013 there was a lot, or 2023, sorry. There was a lot of figures when we did the top 10 list and even the disappointed list where it was just like nothing in my mind really like stood out to me last year. And so far we've like had this year like the thermal Godzilla's been dope, which could probably possibly have been tossed on that list, but I just got him, so he'll be on the 2024 list. This thing is probably the most impressive monster arts I've seen in a bit. Like especially for the price. Like this should be how like I should feel like when I get a MonsterArts. Yeah, it's got like compared to the Ghidorah, it's got so much better posability. Like even the stomach, it's got good posability there too. I like that it's also a lot of different segments. So like most of the plates you see here are all their own individual things. Yeah, hopefully right out. Like if they can keep up with the trend, this thing could be like pretty good knockout of the park. Now, moment of truth. How good's the stand? I probably should have. Oh, that's easy. So his groin goes right here in the groin. Honestly, stays in pretty well. And then I just bend those for the wings. Is that the trick? Yeah, that's the trick. All right. Black Skull Dragon would be cool. I just want like Summon Skull. Give me Summon Skull. I always thought Summon Skull was sweet. They could even do like in the newer cards, they actually have kaiju cards. Those would be some cool ones to do. So no, he fell off his groin piece. Okay. Really likes to fall off the groin piece. It's kind of like you got to get him in and then kind of hold him while you're doing the wings. The only thing is, it kind of scares me is using this on. Okay, I guess they don't do it. I was gonna say is there's like the support wings. I think you would be where you'd really want to have this articulating. Okay, kind of rest right there. That's cool. So kind of what you want to do is you want to slot this where the point of the wing is. That'll keep it in. Yeah. Now he's going to bend this thing around and do the same. Sorry if it gets quiet for a second. I'm just trying to finger this out. Get his mouth open. And that's just kind of like that. Maybe do a little bit better with the wings. Trying to move these things and get them into place. Bit of a pain. It's definitely got to finesse the wings a little bit more. I never really got there while I really watched Card Capture Sakura. Pretty much most of my like magical girl experience is pretty much mainly Sailor Moon. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I'm digging this one a lot. I think Jessica's gonna like this thing, so I'll have to take this back up there and go show her. I can rotate that a little bit. There we go. So yeah, say pretty easily. Probably the best MonsterArts we've got in a while. I'd say for like last year, it's pretty much like the Gamera was the only one I thought for bang for buck was pretty good. It seemed like for what you get, it felt reasonable enough. This feels like I actually probably should have maybe paid a little bit more. So yeah, pretty happy with it. Like I said, extra hand would have been kind of cool. Last five, oh, that's tough because, like I said, the Monster the Hunter ones, I think for what you're paying, really good. Uh, Jet Jaguar was cool. I like Jet Jaguar. Yeah, like Mecha Ghidorah is good. The problem is with Mecha Ghidorah is it got upcharged because of just the way things are. So you pay more than what you did originally for it, and then also it's an old figure, and even then it can be a little bit hit and miss. But the amount of accessories you get with that thing definitely makes it worth it. I don't know. I'd say like there's been other monster arts that I've really liked. Like I said, with the price hikes for a lot of these things lately, it makes it a little bit harder and harder. Um, but I'd say it's definitely been a couple, at least for me, a couple of years since I've had a monster arts that I've really thoroughly enjoyed this much. Like I said, the Monster Hunter ones were cool, and I think for the prices were really good. But it's more of like the brand than anything. I think they're cool, but again, it's like I'm super blown away with it. It's just like bang for your buck. They're cool figures. Oh yeah, you know what? I should have grabbed Baby since I was doing the stream. So I still haven't opened the NECA Baby. It's currently hanging out upstairs. Fire Rodan was fine. Fire Rodan's more or less a glorified accessory set, but again, for how much you paid for it back then, because I think I got mine for like I think it was like 60 or 70 bucks. It seemed really reasonable because it gives you like everything to go along with your other figures, and then it's like it's fine. Yeah, like I said, there's not really, at least from what I see here, not too much to complain about. I kind of would like nitpicky wise. I wish there was maybe a better contact point to hold on to the stand. I think that's gonna hold, but I see like when you're like you see when I was trying to assemble it, it likes to kind of slide. So you gotta be careful with that. And then kind of taking it off here. But for the wings, I can see it having the destroyer problem because where it connects into up here, because it's its own separate sections. This is probably the most fragile thing on the figure. I don't know the size of the ball joints. They're pretty tiny. So yeah, it's gonna have like the destroyer problem where you stress this too much in the wrong way, or if you get one that's a little bit tighter than it should be, that's definitely probably gonna be the thing I can see breaking the most on this thing for people. Oh no! I just noticed that. Mine's got a paint imperfection right there. It's missing paint. That's a little annoying. It's actually got a couple spots like that. Along the tail here, there's a couple of nicks in it, but specifically that part right there is really noticeable. Well, that's kind of poop. All right, well, we found one negative. The paint job's a little slightly miss. So that's a pretty big miss right there. Yeah, because it's like it's both those sections. And there's a mold imperfection. Yeah, like that part's kind of fudged too. Hmm. Anywhere else like that? No, I think it's about it because the wings look really good. Just has a little hair there. Might be able to fix that, but it's still a little annoying. This would be kind of hard to blend that pearl there. To be honest, I'll probably just leave it. For the most part, it's gonna be on the shelf like this anyways, looking around, so you're not gonna really notice that. It is kind of like Ridley, isn't it? So gets a little knock from that. It's probably just something on mine, but it looks like the way it is, like whatever, like the clear coat might have not sealed right or something. Like I said, at least, yeah, I could be in a worse spot. Could be in something that's way more noticeable. Still sweet though. Yes, I still say it's contender for figure of the year for this coming year. It's just like that one little part. But it's like the way they, well, I guess it wouldn't be that unnoticeable because even the paint's not super consistent between the colors. Yeah, as you're buying a MonsterArts, it's something that can happen. But then again, it's like most companies, like you'll get like the random NECAs, Super 7, you name it. Haya. Like I still got the Atomic 2019, the head doesn't stay on, which is a little bit annoying. I was just thinking in my head, I was like, oh, maybe I could get a hold of Beat Bad to return this or whatever. And I'm like, oh yeah, zombie, I ain't getting it. That isn't getting replaced. It's either getting fixed or not worrying about it. Like I said, I might be able to blend that, so it's not noticeable. But like I said, then again, might not even care enough to really do it because it's not in a very predominant area. Yeah, you don't even really notice it too much unless you're really focused on it. I did get both of them. They aren't here yet. The King Ghidorah I had to pay for, but the Skull Devil is getting kindly sent to us. So, but and I think the Skull Devil is probably going to get here first. Oh yeah, it's not like the alien. Oh, at least the tail isn't glued to its leg. It could be worse, for sure. No, like I said, I still really dig this one. Like I said, to be honest, look at least like I said, it's not somewhere that's super noticeable. Yeah, I'd say like it's one main negative is you can definitely ping out some of the paint problems. And I think that's going to be kind of a common thing with this too because it's metallic, which it's metallic and whites, which tend to show damage a lot better than other paints would. So any kind of scuff's going to show up on this thing for sure. Because even like when you hit the light on it, like you can see like the mold imperfection there. It's got something there. Like there's some inconsistencies in the wings. But again, it's kind of like you're sitting there like focused on it. Yeah, we'll be getting the Muda. Pretty much any of the highs. We should be pretty much getting all of them, at least for review purposes. The only one I don't have on order yet is the new Mothra. But again, they tend to be very kind to us about sending us stuff. So I'm kind of just hoping it just kind of gets sent to us at some point, which would be sweet. And then I think for just some other random stuff we've been working on, I still got the other two MonsterArts. I got the video. We have the videos done. I want to do a skip for the -1. And I think Arnaz is going to come over and we're going to do the RC figure. So you can look forward to that. I'll probably just do it on a port review just to get it out faster. This guy will probably get a full video, especially if I can find a Figma Kaiba within reason or within the time. Yeah, I'd say honestly, I'd say Haya is worse with the repaints than MonsterArts is. At least MonsterArts like spaces out the reprints or repaints, while Haya is like crammed like how many of them into just the 1 year. Oh yeah, for the gargoyles, it kind of sucks, but I guess it helps to sell the other figures. And for the most part, at least the other figures, it's like you're probably going to be buying them anyways because they're like individual characters. So that doesn't bug me. It's not like I had to buy like a different variant of Goliath in order to get a different wing kind of situation. It was like I had to buy Bronx, which I was going to buy anyways. Gives me my Goliath wings. And then you had to like buy the other one, get Brooklyn wings, so on and so forth. So that doesn't that I think is acceptable. If anything, the only thing that kind of annoys me is I think she should have came with extra swords because in the comics she had extra swords. So should. Got all the main characters. Yeah. Well, you still need to get like Xanatos and stuff. You need like the main villain. Like right now, it's pretty much like I got everybody I really want. I'd probably grab more characters if they made them, but like the variants, I'm not gonna be super into grabbing. Like I never grabbed the video game one. The wedding one is a possibility. Mainly just because I want it for the extra parts. More so than as I still have like a Demona that I have to get rid of. Okay, gotcha. Well, I can see just like getting like the 5 gargoyles, calling it a day. Especially for quite a few people. Also with the Etsy, I still got to get some stuff up because I still have like this random destroyer beam that I made a while back. I actually have a few destroyer parts that I made a while back and never really got around to. Yeah, he's still hanging on the table. Got around posting up on the Etsy. So I still got the ones I haven't really got the paint job down the way I want to. So I haven't really messed around with them. I did these, which I think work pretty well. Probably just like add a little white to the spaghetti noodle parts. I think it'd be cool. This one's it's meant for the MonsterArts, but kind of works. It works in a pinch because I made the horn laser, so it's like the giant blade, but it's too small for him. Oh, this thing's fantastic. It's probably honestly, this is like probably the best figure that they put out. Like he's big, he's hefty, he looks cool. I like that you can kind of get him like the poster and get him bent down. The tail isn't very posable, but it's kind of to be expected with these guys. But in terms of the like him compared to the MonsterArts, he's a lot more. You could definitely play with him a lot more, and I actually like the stylization on this guy a lot because it makes him look more menacing. Oh, that's tough. Like if we're comparing to my MonsterArts Destroyer, that's had some issues. This guy I think is superior between the two. And like I said, I kind of like how menacing he looks. Then just the size and height I think is really good too for the price. But the MonsterArts is still like more accurate looking. Like the only thing I hate about the MonsterArts, I hate the wings. I really don't like the wings, and they're sort of like Blue Eyes White Dragon's wings. Just oh, thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it, Ghost. And this guy isn't gonna have that same issue. Personally, I it's a, I almost want to say I would go with this guy. mainly because of the heft, and again, I like the stylization on it, and I don't feel like I'm gonna break it. The Monsters Destroy, I'm always worried about messing around and moving other things on the shelf around it. So, because his only real negative, I would say, is some of the parts, like the horns, kind of a little funky on it. At least on the closed mouth one, like the open mouth one is definitely superior. And I think that's just it sounds like it's a common thing for a lot of these. And he comes with the little Destroya, the aggregates or the larva form, whatever they're. I guess it'd be the larva form for this one. He also comes with those, which I think is really cool. Yeah, this one's one of the people in the Discord's already get it. Hey, Angel, appreciate it. You never know. Like I said, open mouth is definitely superior on this one. I still also think it's funny that the little devil horns on the back are actually like a separate color to the body. It could maybe use a little bit of a dry brushing to brighten up the reds a little bit on it, which is kind of a Super 7 thing. But still really sweet. This thing I still say is the standout thing to pick up from the line, though. Like, I don't even think it's debatable. Like, this thing's just too cool. It's even got guts coming out of the rib cage. And both the heads are cool. Like, you get the closed mouth with a little more detail on it, and the skull. And then you can use the skull one because the mouth actually works on it, so it opens and closes, which is really sweet. Like, for the price, that thing is fantastic. Destroy is sweet too. Yeah, I would say like that was the first wave that I would definitely recommend. Like, they're both like, for the price, they're cool. Like, if you like Godzilla vs. Destroya, these guys are actually really sweet. Because the last one, it was like burning. Like, they're both like cool, but you had to kind of be like really into the movies to want to pick them up, and not have like another variant. What's the best and worst? Just MonsterArts Godzilla. I'd still say my personal favorite's the Fourth Awakened Shin Godzilla. That thing's sweet. Like, at the time when I got that, like, for the price and the figure, the paint job, like, everything was just great on that thing. And it gave you like everything you wanted in a Shin Godzilla in like one package in the purple suite. Worst, as of now, I would say the 2019 Ghidorah. It used to be the Destroyer aggregate 3-pack because they're just a nightmare and everything fell apart on them. And for the price, especially trying to get it now, it's not really reasonable anymore. But I would say the Ghidorah definitely replaced that for me, because that thing, again, also the same problem. Paint job wasn't very good, fell apart. It's kind of a glorified statue, and then also just tanked in value because other companies put out better figures of it. It's not even like arguably a better figure. Like, a lot of the other MonsterArts you can kind of say with it is just superior. It's like the Playmates version is almost better, which is saying something. Yeah, the Shin is gonna be hard to find a good one at the price. Like, yeah, as I say, you're probably looking at a good $400 to get that thing nowadays, which I can't recommend that. But compared to a lot of the other MonsterArts, that's easily my favorite one. Space Godzilla's a good one too. The only thing with my Space Godzilla is the beam doesn't like to stay in the little crystal stand that it came with. They showed off they were going to be doing the 91 Godzilla, but what they showed was a statue, so it might be a part of like their statue land that they've been doing, which I think would be fine. To be honest, I almost wish they would just focus on the legendary stuff. I don't really need them doing Hades, especially Heisei. I'd rather see them do some Showa stuff, because like MonsterArts is a little bit more finicky about giving us those things, and a lot of it, I think it has to do with Toho, but It would be really cool if they did show up. I think they do a really good job with it. But for the most part, like I'm perfectly fine with like MonsterArts staying more in like the Heisei Millennium, like Toho specific range. While I kind of wish I would stick more of like the like stateside American version stuff. Yeah, we already have so much Heisei, and then there's other Heisei stuff I could see like MonsterArts doing. Like we still need like Godzillasaurus they've never done, Rose Biolante. Still technically need a 92 Godzilla. Regular Rodan, not Fire Rodan. Yeah, and then with Heisei, like we got Jet Jaguar. I was kind of hoping they would do Megalon, but I think it's kind of late for that now. Might still be able to see it this year, but Megalon would have been sweet. Titanosaurus would be really dope. Angus to go along with the Mecha Godzilla. You do the fake Mecha Godzilla. That would be cool. I need that derpy face Godzilla for that movie. That'd be great. Yeah, I was gonna say I know there's a lot of it's Toho reasons why we're not getting a lot of the show on other things. That's why we see like a lot of Heisei and then mainly newer stuff is mainly what Toho is letting people do. So yeah, I don't know. I know my Godzilla Tower's on its way. I got the email for that. I got a lot of things on the way now. It's like they cut hours at work, so I'm trying to like do more of the commission stuff at home to kind of make up for it, especially next week. And now it's like everything's showing up. So like the Godzilla Tower is showing up, the X plus one. It's like the part of the like smaller figure line. But I wanted that thing so that it could go with the Gigan. I thought it'd be really cool. Then my turtles showed up. The Godzilla store finally shipped out my things. So that's cool. So Bagan's gonna be on his way. And now I feel like I need to make another Super Godzilla, so I have something to go with the Bagan. This means I need another NECA Godzilla. Could do a MonsterArts. Maybe. Goddamn. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it. I think I'm gonna get off here so I can go to bed. Anyways, help us defeat those kaijus by hitting the like button. Subscribe to Come Range today. Also got Instagram, Patreon, pictures, Facebook. Guys, like about the David channel, donate. Greatly would appreciate it. Also, just realized this beam doesn't work for you, but fits in his mouth. But anyways, again, if you guys like to pick this up or any of the other ones, for instance, the Destroyer, which is super sweet, make sure to check out Entertainment Earth. Use a link in the description. So a link in one of our descriptions of the videos so that they know we sent you. It would be super sweet. If you guys like to pick up any Hiya figures, Calcus Toys, we definitely recommend them. That's where I ordered the King Ghidorah from, and then they're also the same people that are sending us the Skull Devil. And their stuff's really good, and you get the stuff sooner than a lot of the stateside sites, and you can save 6% using Steve Calcus at checkout. Again, check out one of the other videos because I know I didn't put a description in this one. I think that's about it. Also been working on these on the Instagram, which are 3D printed Zillas. So if you guys like to check out the Instagram, maybe want to try to get a hold of one of these. When I get more batches made, I'll be putting them up for sale. So I'm also currently working on that. This one's already sold. And I still got mine. I made a burning one. Is he still in here? He still is in here. Although, sadly, I only can make one. Because the resin that I used for this guy, as you see here, he looks kind of crispy. His tummy is very amber and red looking. Because I used the resin that I use to make Gamera fireballs, which works really well for that. It kind of looks fiery. But the company that makes the resin doesn't have any more available, and they don't have it on Amazon. They don't have it on their site, so I don't know when I'll be able to make another one of these. So I plan on, instead of doing that, I can get green readily available. I can get it easier. And it's a little more inexpensive. So I won't have to charge as much if I were to make this guy. But he does light up. That's why he's got this little box here. So you'd have to hide him behind like a building. Or hide this behind a building, but it looks really cool. Now if I can get it on the standard color, like one of these, as long as you leave it on the setting, it'll stay on the setting. But this is the solid light. Yeah, super sweet. This one I might be selling because I was thinking about doing a green one, but I wanted to test it out with something, so I used this just to make it look cooler. So this guy I might put up for sale on the Instagram and then do my green one like I've been wanting to. Also, really like this option. Makes him pulsate. Also, the dog really wants in the office now. All right, see you guys in the next stream. Bye bye.